Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. You are welcome to a dose of encouragement with Amanda. It is another beautiful day, another beautiful week, and we bless God. As we always do it, we're going to suck in the music a little bit before we start, but you are so welcome. You are so welcome. The great I am. Only now me. You are very welcome. When you get on here, please share to bless somebody. When you get on here, invite somebody to join us today. It is a beautiful Monday morning, the start of the week. And we bless God for your life. We bless God for how far He's taken us. That is a dose of encouragement with your girl, Amanda. As we do it every day, we are going to soak in the music a little bit before we start. Johnny Kobia, Jehovah. You are welcome, you are welcome, you are welcome. You are welcome to today's episode. You are so welcome. Great things never come from the comfort zone. Great things never come from comfort zones. You are welcome. My rock, and you are my life. You are my salvation. Jehovah. I am happy you are here. Welcome to today's show. Jehovah, where the great I am. You are welcome. When you get on here, please share to bless somebody, share to bring somebody on. You are still welcome. Oh, yeah, we're going to start in a few minutes. My band in dinner, me Johnny Kobia, one in Tabia. Jehovah, where the great I am. One now me, Obiara to so. One now me, Obiara to so. My band in Dino, me Johnny Kobia. Jehovah, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. We thank you all for the support. We thank you for always joining us. We thank you. And we say that as you keep blessing us, as you keep supporting us, may God support you. Once again, you are welcome to a dose of encouragement with your girl, Amanda. And today, as we can all see, the topic is great things never comes from the comfort zone. Great things never come from comfort zone. If you want the best in life, you need to go through some hurdles. If you want the best in life, you need to go through some struggles. If you want the best in life, you need to push yourself. You need to get up from where you are and move. You cannot sit at one place. You cannot be comfortable with whatever you are doing and expect new result or expect a different result. So you need to get yourself up and move. That is why today's topic says great things never comes from comfort zone. You have to go above and beyond that place that you are comfortable of. You have to want, or you have to get yourself up, pull yourself up and move on. If you want to achieve that thing, if you want to achieve that goal, if you want to be successful in life, then comfort zones ain't good for you. Then you need to get yourself up. You need to move from where you are to the next place. Getting the best result in life doesn't come easy. It comes with hard work. It comes with toiling. It comes with pushing yourself. So don't just sit there in that comfort zone, at that comfort place, and say that I want to achieve something else. I want to get a better result. I want to get a different result. You need to get yourself up. You need to move. Push yourself until something happens. Push yourself until you cannot push anymore. Push yourself until you cannot go anymore. Because once you do that, you realize that you have more strength, you have more capabilities than you ever thought you had. Push yourself. Have focus and determination. Because great things don't come cheap. Great things don't come on silver platters. You gotta push yourself. You gotta move from where you are. You are not getting the results you want because you might be too comfortable with where you are right now. You might not get what you want because you might be too okay with where you are sitting right now. Thank you for joining. When you join us here, please share to bless somebody, share to invite somebody on. You are not getting the result that you might want because you are too comfortable. You are too okay where you are sitting. But get yourself up and move. Get yourself, push yourself to the limit that you think that you cannot go anymore. Have focus. If there are things that you need in life, then there are certain things that you need to part with. You cannot want the best in life and yet still do the same thing that you've been doing all day, every day. You got to do something different. You got to try something new. So if that method that you are making or you are using is not working for you, then try something else. If that approach that you are using is not working for you, then try something else. Try a different approach. But don't just sit there in that comfort zone. If you're not feeling the pain, if you're not feeling the struggle, if you're not feeling the pinch, then you are not pushing yourself that much. We achieve our goals by stretching ourselves, stretching our capabilities, stretching our skills, stretching our effort to the limit that we think that, yes, now we've gotten to this part and we cannot go anymore. But just sitting and doing nothing won't yield you no result. Just sitting and being okay with what you have won't get you anywhere. I am pretty sure that whatever you are currently, you might not be happy with it. And if that is the case, then get yourself up. If that is the case, then try a different approach. If that is the case, move. There is a saying that things happen when we move, which is true. We achieve greater things when we move. We achieve greater things when we pick ourselves up and work. We achieve greater things when we are not comfortable. Stretching our capabilities means that you have to let go of certain things. Stretching your capabilities means that you have to drop some friends. Stretching your capabilities means that you have to stay up late and learn, then do so. Pushing yourself to the limit where things start to fall in place is where you have to aim at, is where you have to set your focus at. Not where you are sitting right now. Because there is so much potentials in you. There is so much capabilities in you that you have to steer it up. And until you do that, you will still be where you are. Until you stretch yourself, until you get up and start working, until you get up and use what you have to get to the next spot, then you will be where you are. Get yourself up. Move. That is the greatest thing ever. Move. Do not just sit and do nothing. Do not just sit and think that everything is all right. Everything is not all right. If you're not okay where you are, if you're not comfortable where you are, then get up. If you ain't comfortable, then get up. Even if you are comfortable, there is still more potential in you. So why would you want to just sit there and do nothing? Why would you want to sit in that zone? Why would you want to sit there and not move? Get up and move. Get up and see yourself to the next level. Get up and push yourself till there is nothing left to push. Get up and go on. You have to take a decision of where you want to go. Am I okay where I am now? If I get to the next part, will it be better for me? You need to assess these things and then take decision. But if you choose to remain in that comfort zone, then you will never get to that new limit, that new space, that new level you want to go to. Get yourself up and move. Because great things never comes from comfort zones. Great things never come from comfort zones. You need to get yourself up and move. Get yourself up and take that step. Get yourself up and take that bold step that you've been harboring and move. You need to pick yourself up. Push yourself. There is more in you than you can ever imagine. There is more in you than you can ever think. And if you only get to find out if you do it. You only get to find out what your capabilities are when you try to stretch it. Keep pushing yourself. There is more in you that you can ever think. There is more in you that you can ever imagine. So get up. Get up and move. Because great things never comes from just doing nothing. Great things happen when we take what we have and work with it. When we take what we have and move. When we take what we have and turn or make something new out of it. Get yourself and move. Is it gonna be easy? It might not be easy. Is it gonna be a smooth route? No. But until you get up, until you push yourself, until you say enough is enough, until you say that, okay, I have enjoyed this for a minute and I am going to move on. So that you're still going to be comfortable where you are. So why don't you get yourself up? Why don't you pick yourself up? Why don't you move out of your comfort zone? Why don't you leave a little bit without your safety blanket? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I am privileged to have George on here again today. You are welcome.
Thank you, Amanda.
We always happy to see you on here.
Thank you for having me. Always.
Thank you for accepting to be on here. So before you joined, I was talking about how great things never come by just doing nothing. How it never comes from comfort zone. How people need to get up from where they've been, where they've dwelled for God knows how long and move.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain times that you think that, oh, I'm okay here, I'm comfortable here. Whatever happens, it is okay here. But until you stretch yourself, until you ruffle some feathers that you have, you wouldn't know that you have any more strength in you. I don't know if you have anything to add on here before we move on.
I agree. Let me say hello to our audience all over the world. I agree to a very large extent that every day we wake up is an opportunity to stretch ourselves. And I like the way you use the word stretch or the phrase stretch yourself. Everybody, at least anybody who is watching this video, has once in their lifetime been a baby, all right? And babyhood is a similitude of a lot of vulnerability, a similitude of opportunity to grow. And even as babies, the only way we were able to, step into the realm where today we can walk and run was because at some point we took the risk of crawling. At some point during the crawling, we took the risk to stand. At some point during our realm of standing, we took the risk of a first step. And I'm going to dwell a little bit on the first step. It is the most crucial and most important part of the decision to move out of the comfort zone. It doesn't matter how disgusted you feel about your comfort zone until you put your best foot forward and make that step towards your quote-unquote your discomfort zone. And you take that decision to disturb violently your comfort zone, you will still remain in your comfort zone. And so the first step is a very important part. And how do you know that you need to get out of your comfort zone? When you realize that life is too monotonous, life has become too routine, that is the point where you need to rappel. You need to move. You need to take a decision that life or my life can no longer be monotonous again. My life can no longer be driven by routine. Take that first step. And it could be anything. You want to take a decision to lose weight, to be healthier, to train, to be more fit. You need to take the decision to change your diet, decision to exercise, decision to do a lot of things. You want to increase your professional capability, add on new skill set. You need to take that first step. Enroll a new course, get back into school, read a book a day, something that would inadvertently make you uncomfortable, but that is the first step towards disturbing your comfort zone.
That is the word, makes you uncomfortable. When that word comes in, people tend to step back, that you're using the word uncomfortable. But until that decision is taken, until you say to yourself, okay, I've stayed here way far too long, and I need to get myself up and move. That's what I said earlier on. Is it going to be easy? No, because you've lived in this bubble of zone or comfort zone for way far too long. You are so attached, if I can use that word, to the fact that separating yourself from it might need a better work. Separating yourself from it might need time. So how much time, somebody might ask, how much time am I supposed to give myself when I'm ready to move out of my comfort zone? Because I said earlier on, if you want to achieve success in school, then you need to let go of some friends. You need to let go. You need to drop some activities that you've been doing, because you need to sit your butt up and then study at night, especially if you work and then you come home and you're tired. You need to stay up and then study so you can keep up with school. So how much time should people give themselves when they've finally decided that, hey, I've stayed here way far too long and I need to move?
There's a scripture in the Bible that comes in very handy when we're talking about violently disturbing your comfort zone. And it's on the 2 Kings chapter 7. And it's a story many of us have read or have heard many times. And it's the story of the 4 leprous men who sat at the entrance of the gate. The Bible says that, and I read from the King James Version, 2 Kings 7. And there were 4 leprous men at the entering in of the gates. And they said one to another, why sit here until we die? I'm going to continue, but let me answer your question first. We have the whole of our lifespan to decide whether I want to remain comfortable or want to step out of our comfort zone. But this is the truth. Verse 4 says that if we stay here, we will die of famine. If we move towards the coast of the Syrians, they either will save us alive or they will kill us anyway. You get it? And so they chose to move forward. There is always benefit in moving forward. Moving forward, taking the decision that it doesn't matter what the risk involves. As long as I'm taking a step forward, God will honor my step forward. And the Bible says that, behold, there was no man there when they got to the camp of Syria. Because for the Lord, verse 6, for the Lord made the host of the Syrians hear a noise of chariots and a noise of horses, even the noise of a great host. And they said one to another, lo, the king of Israel has hired against us the king of Hittites and the king of Egyptians to come upon us. What this is that whenever we take a decision to move out of our comfort zone, God honors it. God doesn't take pleasure in the laxity of his children. God takes pleasure in the progress of his children. The forces of nature complement people who take a decision to move out of their comfort zone. You know, a woman who is pregnant is, you can say she's in her comfort zone, but until the day she's due and decides to push it, she will still remain in that state. And no woman wants to remain pregnant. The beauty of pregnancy is when you have delivered your baby. You can only deliver your destiny when you have taken the decision to push. And Amanda, the truth is that there are some pushes, and it's only you who got to push it.
That's right.
Nobody's gonna. You got to take a decision to push it by yourself. Nobody is going to push you out of your comfort zone. If you're waiting for someone to push you out of your comfort zone, you wait for a very long time. It reminds me of the blind man by the pool of Bethesda. When Jesus Christ asked him, do you want to be healed? He says, sir, but I have no man. He is waiting for another man to help him, into the pool of Bethesda. He said, I have no man. There are times in life where you have to decide to take your destiny into your own hands and move out of your comfort zone. Because the truth is that you are the only person who feels the pain as much as you do. True. It doesn't matter what challenge you're going through, you feel it the more, or you feel it the most. And so it is incumbent and imperative on you to be the one to get up your loins and move out of that comfort zone. To move out of the comfort zone. So the time frame is your lifespan. You decide how soon you want this and how bad you want it.
So in natural sense, we can say that if you decide to move out of your comfort zone, you gotta believe it too. It goes hand in hand with it, because you cannot say I'm moving, yet you don't believe, yet you don't foresee the end result. And can we comfortably say that for you to move out of your comfort zone means change? And change is one thing that most people ain't comfortable with. So in doing that, people gotta believe where they're going. They gotta believe that they have to have some sort of reason and to move along. Because somebody will say, yes, I want to do this, but I don't foresee it. So what are you going to tell that person?
I'll preach the person two scriptures. And I'm not shoving down religion in anybody's throat. But you see, I'm an unapologetic believer in the word of God. 2 Timothy 1:7 says that, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed. And this is the catch. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. The assurance here is that step out. The Lord your God is with you. Take that bold decision and step out, for the Lord your God is with you. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so, for anyone who is harboring the fear of stepping out, which has been fueled by the thought of not knowing what is going to happen when the person steps out of their comfort zone, I say to such a person that step out and the Lord is with you. He will honor your decision to step out. He will honor your decision to become bigger and better. He will honor your decision to become greater at what he has made you to become. He will honor your decision to step out of your comfort zone.
Wow. Viewers, if you are joining us now, this is a dose of encouragement with your girl Amanda, and I have with me here George. You are welcome. When you get on here, please share to bless somebody, share to bring somebody on. The topic we're discussing today is that nothing good comes from comfort zone. If you want the best, you gotta move. Okay, so you are welcome to join us on here. Put your comment down below, and let's keep this conversation going. So now my next question for you is: people tend to be complacent, if I can use that word. Okay, people allow the things around them to influence their decision to move on. There are many people out there that have the vision, have the foreknowledge, have the ability and the capability to move on, but yet there is so many influences around. There is so much forces around. It could be from friends, it could be from family, it could be from anybody around them, telling them, hey, you okay here? It's okay here. Let's stay here a little longer. How or what are you going to tell that person? How do we get that person from that situation so they see the light and move on?
I'll share a quote from John Shedd. John Shedd is an American author, and he is credited with a quote that says that a ship is safe at the harbor, but that is not what ships are safe at the harbor, but that is not what they are built for. Ships are built for the boisterous storms on the seas. Ships are built for the uncertain waves on the high seas, on the uncertain, storms on the ocean. That is what they are built for. And so if anybody is afraid to step out of their comfort zone, I say to you now that you are not built to be comfortable in your comfort zone. You are built for more, and more comes with resistance. Resistance is what we are calling you violently disturbing your comfort zone. You cannot live your life in a spectacle of mediocrity. Your life has to be an excellent life, and excellent lives don't come by living in your comfort zone. You need to disturb your comfort zone. You need to take a decision that, look, I am comfortable here, but this is not the level I was built for. I was built for more. I was built for more. I am built to affect more lives. If today your current situation is affecting 10 lives, you can affect 100 lives. You can affect 100,000 lives. You can affect 1,000,000 lives. You can affect 1,000,000, communities. All of these will come to pass when you decide for the next level. I'm ready to become more than I currently am. And all of that don't come by sitting at the comfort zone. You will need to get out of the comfort zone. And I keep saying, it takes the first step. It takes the first step to get out of the comfort zone. And like the Bible keeps assuring us, the Lord our God is with us. He has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. You get it? And like the 4 lepers at the entry, God will always honor our decision to move on. God will always amplify our efforts. Look, in the case of these 4 lepers, it was God who amplified their effort. They were lepers. If God had not intervened, they would have just gotten there and they would have been slain like, mere men. But God amplified their effort. He caused their footsteps to sound like chariots in the ears of the Midianites. So the thing to do is to decide to take the first step and trust God to amplify our effort. That is what I can share on that.
So I can boldly and comfortably say that the fact or the moment you decide to move, you also have to face the fact that things ain't gonna be smooth. Things ain't gonna be easy. Things ain't gonna be the way you expect it to be. But there will be roadblocks in there. There will be struggles in there. There will be ups and downs in there. But you gotta be confident enough. You gotta be strong enough. You gotta be focused enough to move on. To say that yes, this is happening. This will happen. But I am still going to try, because Bible also say that heaven helps those who help themselves, and to better off what you said. So if you sit in that space, if you sit in that location, if you sit where you've always been, where you've always had everything provided for you, where you've always had everything at your fingertip, then things ain't gonna change. It is about time that we as I said earlier on, we move. It like things happen when we move. Things happen when we shake things. So getting yourself up from that state, and it start with your mental state. It start with it up here. You know, you can just get up also and say that, oh yeah, I want to move, but don't have any plan. So now my next question to you is, this person has decided he or she wants to do all this, but then don't have a plan, or even if they do have a plan, they do not know where to start. Is there resources around? Is there help out there that they can get to? It could be mere reading about something. It could be them searching something online, but then they don't have the full knowledge of it. So are there things out there? Are there help out there that people can run to when need be?
My answer will be the affirmative. There is so much help out there. The only thing is, how willing are you to look out for this help? There are so many resources out there. The only thing you need to do is to reach out for it. If you are hungry enough, Amanda, you will find help. I was going to share a story about between the time a plane is landed in the hangar to when a plane is comfortable in cruise control. Before a plane takes off, there is such a thing called taxiing. You know, the plane will have to taxi for a few meters, you know, on the ground before it takes off. When it takes off, you know, even the alignment of the plane will have to change. Everybody in the plane will have to fasten their seatbelt. But at a certain point, when the plane cuts through the storm and gets to a certain level, pilots will call something cruise control. At this point, the plane is, you know, is in a certain comfortable, you know, state of buoyancy. You know, for every decision we take, before we get to that point of buoyancy, there will be a period of taxiing. Very uncomfortable, where you are not too sure what is going to happen next. But you need to taxi before you can take off. When you take off, it's another set of experiences. You need to cut through the storm. You need to cut through the boisterousness of the clouds. You need to cut through the uncertainty of the weather. But after you do that for some time, you get to the point where you are basically in cruise control. That's maybe where you want to be. But let's not forget, the cruise control mode is not your destination. You still have to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And for anybody who is tired of their comfort zone, the first thing is to take the first step, but don't stay there. Don't remain at the first step, because like I told you, God always amplifies our steps. God always amplifies our steps. If you need to move out of your home and you take the first step and you stop there, you remain there. But if you take the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, the 10th, you realize that you are picking up speed. You're picking up speed. You're gaining momentum. You're picking up speed. You're gaining momentum. Before you realize it, you are not where you used to be. You are on your way towards where you have to be. And while you are going, you realize that you are opening up yourself to new sets of help, opening up yourself to new sets of network, opening up yourself to new sets of resources. Like a baby, when the baby takes the first step from crawling to standing, takes the first step from standing to taking the first step, taking the first step from taking the first step to walking and running and doing all of those things, the baby is building capacity for more. And so even the nutrition of the baby changes. At some point, breast milk is not enough for where the child has gotten to. The child has to be introduced to solid food because the child has opened up to a new realm of growth. The same thing is with us as adults and human beings. When you break forth of your comfort zone, you open up yourself to a new realm of growth, a new realm of nutrition, a new realm of exposure and experience. You look back and realize that you have made significant strides in life. And that is the essence of moving out of your comfort zone. Looking back and realizing that I have made significant strides in life. And so, for anyone who is willing to take up the decision to move out of their comfort zone, there are so many resources ahead. But until you get there, you would not even know that there are resources ahead of you. I'll tell you what, for anyone who is in the level 100 of life, it will be disastrous to look out for help in level 400. You need to start working towards 400 by moving through 200, moving to 300, gathering as much experience, as much education, as much mental tenacity. Then you can get help for where you want to go. And so the first decision is to decide to move. And once you move, you are building capacity, you are increasing your mental fortitude, and then you are getting help for the journey ahead of you.
Wow. So it starts with decision, and then it goes to you doing what you decided to do, and then you staying focused and you moving on. This is a whole lot that we need to start putting these things in practice, because just saying them and not doing them is one thing. There are many people that take the decision, start, and then in the middle or somewhere they end up leaving the whole thing altogether. What are we telling such people? How do we get these people to go back? So we've talked about going through the journeys of life, but here is somebody who has already started. He or she's gotten into the middle and decided to not to move anymore. Decided that, oh, I'm gonna stay here. It's okay here. How do we get this person to think and get up again, to move? Is there a particular
I think that I would throw 3 words at the person. Don't give up. Because if you give up, you are making nonsense of the journey you have traveled. Sometimes we are closer to the end of the tunnel than we think. Many a times we are closer to the end of our journey. We are closer to our destination than we think. And so if you give up in the nick of your arrival at your destination, you have wasted everybody's time. You have wasted everybody's resources. Destinies are tied to your life. People's lives are dependent on your success. You cannot afford to stop. You cannot afford to give up midstream. Take you this far. Trust him further to take you that far. The Bible says that he is the Lord our God. He is the author and the finisher of our faith. He began a good thing in our life, and most assuredly, He will watch till the end. God is not a God who starts a thing knowing that He cannot complete it. He starts knowing that He will complete it. We just need to believe in Him more and trust that if He began a good thing in our life, He will watch to a good accomplishment of what we want to do. And so for those who are caught midstream, who are wondering what the next phase looks like, the next phase looks like what you haven't seen before. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep at it. Don't stop. Ask for help. Sometimes we get caught up in our own pride and ego, that when things get difficult, we don't know how to reach out for help. But hey, everybody needs somebody.
Some help
Nobody
one way
is
or
an
the
island.
other at some point.
Nobody is an island. Everybody needs somebody. And the earlier you admit the fact that you do not have it all, the better for you. The earlier, can you imagine a car says that the engine says, I'm the engine. I don't need the tires to move a car. Or the tire says, I'm the tire. I don't need the engine to move. Everybody needs somebody. And the moment you step out there, you need to take advantage of all the resources, including even human beings. Human beings are the best resource you can find for any journey you want to attain. People have experienced what you are experiencing. People are at the destination you are going. It is important to ask questions. Ask questions, seek good counsel. And believe you me, once you start asking the right questions and you start talking to the right people, you start using the right resources and materials, you will arrive where you indeed need to arrive at.
Wow. Viewers, unfortunately, our time is almost up that we need to wrap up. But as we always say, or as we've said throughout this conversation, we achieve our goals by stretching our capabilities and our strength, our skills in a way that we have never done so before. So until you get yourself up, until you move, until you take that decision to move out of your comfort zone, nothing is going to happen for you. You have to get yourself up, take that decision, move on to the next level. Move out of your comfort zone. Leave once without your safety blanket and see how things would work for you. See how far you can go without them. Will it be easy? It might not be easy. But it starts with you determining what you want to do. It starts by you determining that I want to do this, that I want to move out of here, that I have sat here way too far and I need to move. Until then, things are still going to be the same. Get yourself up and move. Great things never comes from comfort zone. This is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. And we were privileged to have Mr. George Ajimambadu on here with us. Join us again next week. Make a date with us. If you haven't followed us yet, please do. Follow us on www.adoseofencouragement.com. And if you need anything, let us know. Reach us, and we will be available to answer you. And until we meet again, stay blessed. Have a blissful week. And once again, we appreciate you for your support, as you've always supported us. We say that may God bless you. May He support you in times of your need and when you don't even need it. And until we meet again, I sign out. I am your host, Amanda Akufi Aye, and I have here a co-host, George Admembedu. Stay blessed, and we will see you next week. Until then, bye.